This is breaking news.
Welcome to Illustrate Radio.
Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
The one and only, the original.
Illustrate Radio now.
I was born by the river. I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pizza. I was making that cash. Bring that ass here, boy. Turn up. Fuck you, man.
Once again, it's on, you guys. Welcome to the Illustrate Radio show right here on WEMS Radio. I am your host, T. Gray, and you guys already know I got my pretty round brown face in the building with me. My co-host, Lucky. What's up? Oh, I can't hear you. Are you on mute? Uh-oh.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. I was muted. I say, hey, I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. I'm a little delayed and sore. We're going to push through today.
Yes. And shout out to our DJ Stiletto, who's not in the building tonight, honey, but we will see you soon. We have a fantastic show lined up for you guys tonight. Of course, you already know in the second half in a hot take, we have a dynamic guest in the building, Mr. Keith Presley, KP, the man 1000 out of Chicago, you guys. Former drug kingpin. Now he's an entrepreneur. Now he's an author. He's coming through in the second half, you guys, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. Also, you know, we're going to have that spit that ish. We're going to get into our segments. But before we do any of that, you guys, we got to take care of this church business. So I want you to make sure that you hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you're tuned in to us each and every Wednesday right here at 9 p.m. Make sure that you're following us or Instagram at illustrate_radio. Make sure you are tapped into your Roku. You guys download that 7 on demand app. If you miss us here, you can catch us there every Wednesday at 8. We on all streaming platforms, iHeartRadio, all the places to be weeded. So it's absolutely no reason for you all to miss a beat on these streets to see what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to jump into my love and... So today's love and taking time. This month for me, I have decided to really just take some time for myself, for my kids, for my family in general, and not really push too hard or focus too much on all these other things that I'm doing. And I know some of y'all probably be like, but why? But you grind is all day, every day. We don't sleep, we don't eat. You absolutely fucking right. But if I don't sleep, don't eat, that means I also can't be a good mommy. That means I'm also not being the best daughter I can be. I'm not being the best sister I can be. So this month, I took some time. It's my baby's birthday. I took him last weekend, this weekend too. I'm not even writing. And I can tell you that it has been absolutely rewarding. It has been good for my psyche, good for my spirit. And I know that when we push and when we're building, the notion is to keep going. There's so many days and so many things that I reflect on when I first started, all the stuff that I missed. I worked my ass off, don't get me wrong, traveled the country, was in and out of town, did my motherfucking thing. But it was a lot of things that I missed. It was including sleep, but not just that. I missed out a lot of things with my children. So this time around, as I'm doing things and as I'm building, I'm trying to make a point to set time aside just for that. Set time aside to not be T. Gray and just be Tiffany for a minute. And it feels really good. So just as you all are out here doing your thing and you're focused and you want to win and you want to whatever, don't forget to take a moment for you. Don't forget to stop for a second, be mommy, be dad for a minute. Don't miss out on those things that we can't get back. I know time, people say it's short. We ain't here for a long time, for a short time, but in that time that we have, we don't want to miss out on something that could be possibly spectacular. So just take that with you guys. It's nothing to have an empire if you don't have nobody to pass it down to. So think about that, reflect on that. I don't want to end up on one of these reality shows with my kids talking about cursing me out and how I was never there. I don't want to be that celebrity. I don't want to be that person later on in life. And so making those changes, making sure that I take time and pour into my smaller people who pour into me, who keep me going, it makes a difference, you guys. So just as you out there building, y'all take that with you. Don't forget your little ones. Don't miss all the games and all the concerts and all the, good report cards. Don't miss all those things. Don't miss all the birthdays. Try to tap in for some of them, because it's going to definitely make a difference, not only for those children that are there as you grow and be amazing, but for you and for your own psyche and your well-being. So that's it. That's it.
I love it. Taking time. I spent a lot of time with my family this past week. And so spending time with family is very healing. It's a lot of love and family. So with the love unlocks a lot of creativity as well. So that's a beautiful thing. I love that for you. And happy birthday to baby Earl.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, now it's time for my Just My Luck. So it is just my luck that I realized that money is not everything. Sometimes as people, we tend to think that if I can buy a gift or buy something to kind of soothe over other things, buying gifts cannot replace time. And it's crazy that she actually said that. But especially in relationships, when watering a spirit, men tend to have the provider and the protective role, and women are we're very nurturing. And I'm realizing that someone who has a lot of money doesn't mean that, what's the word I'm looking for? Because let me get my train of thought, because I'm a little rushed, but because I don't want to make it personal for the person. Having a lot of money does not mean that you're doing everything that you could possibly do as a man. A woman's spirit still needs to be watered and nurtured, just like she waters and nurtures you. If a woman has an A+ in studying you, try to have at least a C- in studying her, because I realize that men and women, we don't think the same. You have so many other things going on, and then you think that, okay, well, maybe if I provide, that will replace time, and it won't. Time will pass you by, or the person will end up slipping away from you as well. It made me realize a situation that I judged prematurely because I didn't know the other side of the person's story. And after spending a little bit of time with that person, I was just like, wow, I can definitely see how your selfishness, no matter how much you think that you give in financially, your selfishness of your soul, you being selfish with your spirit and who you are towards this person is not watering. It's not soothing. It's not healthy and conducive. So you will get a lot of toxicity from that as well. So I just want everyone to know that money is not everything. There's other ways to show support. And not just in relationships, with business as well. There's other ways to show support. I don't necessarily have to buy or purchase everything from you, but I can invest time. I can invest marketing strategies, come up with solutions, recommend contacts or team players. These are multiple different ways that you can help support someone in their business. So at the end of the day, just know that money is not everything. And that is it for my Just My Luck. We kept it real brief this week.
Real brief.
It's my third because it's not being centered. It's getting on my nerve. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, because not only is that a lesson for an adult, that's a lesson for children, and them understanding how to recognize what real love is, and that their love can't be bought either.
Exactly.
Not going to replace
that's what I was trying to get to, but I was getting a little upset, and my heart was racing because I'm like, you're taking it personal. This is not you.
All right.
But you're right. Your love cannot be bought. That is a great way to end it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to speak. We live. Y'all bless me.
Thank you. I don't understand how we must do. Shit happens. Look. The mic fell. Something came off the floor. It's a lot.
I couldn't hold it. So I guess it's actually in the building. Okay, they say when you show up early, you own time. If you own time, you late. So how about we allow our guest to jump in on this spit that ish with us? I'm sure he'll have perspective on all these things. We can have a little fun with him. So you guys, straight out of Chicago. Chicago. We have Keith Presley in the building. KP the man 1000. Come on in.
What's that?
Welcome to Illustrate.
Welcome.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Oh, most definitely, man. You are definitely just a story to be told. I can't wait for the biopic, because to go from being former drug kingpin to now, well, entrepreneur, that's an easy change. But now you're an author. Now you are teaching other people the game and how to be better in their lives. Like, that is just an amazing journey in and of itself.
Yes, it is.
Well, I appreciate the accolades you're bestowing upon me, and it definitely have reached worldwide. I get DMs from all over the world, people telling me that never met me before, but just seen a clip of me on the internet and just said I inspired them, and that's keeping my motor running. That's the gas that fuels my fire, and man, I'm just happy to be here, man, to spread the positive word.
All right. So normally around this time, Keith, we do our Spit That Ish, which is our entertainment segment. I thought it would be great to bring you in and get a little bit of your perspective on some of these things. And then in our second half, we're going to focus on you, bro, so the world can get to know you, even right here at Illustrate, on a whole nother level. You game?
I'm in the house like a Project Mouse.
Hey.
Boy, I'm feeling that immediately.
I love it.
Okay, so first up, you guys. Well, not first up. Prophet, we're gonna get our music going. We're gonna jump into that.
We gotta get into our Spit That Ish.
Okay, so first up, you guys. Rihanna has become the youngest self-made billionaire in the United States. Shout out to her, you guys.
Yes,
Forbes has named the singer, who is 34 years old, the youngest self-made billionaire, pushing Kim Kardashian to the number 2 spot, you guys. So Rihanna currently, first off, let's dial this back for just a second. The Kardashians have had a hold on this list for way too long. And can I just on the side say I'm glad that it's a Black girl?
Yeah. I'm glad it's a Caribbean. I'm glad it's a Caribbean Moorish young lady. I'm loving this Nubian presence that we having.
Yeah, well, that's the new standard now to be a billionaire. You know, I'm just scratching this little millionaire slot, so I got high aspirations myself.
So how do
you a billionaire in the making? So you already know.
Ain't no doubt about it. Your brains and my money places. You sharp.
So what do you think about her being this young and making that list?
I mean, it's a blessing. It's a blessing from the standpoint that I know when she started her singing career, she didn't have aspirations to be a billionaire. It grew organically, and hopefully she could take it and help other people become billionaires. Because it's kind of like being a leader. You know, if you're a leader and you just got a bunch of followers, you're not creating leaders, then how good of a leader are you? So
exactly.
If she can create other billionaires, then that gives her more kudos. So hopefully she can create some more billionaires.
Yeah, she needs to have a billionaire legacy. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what legacy is. It's transitional wealth.
KP the man say he's proud of you.
I know that's right. So moving on, you guys, this is so interesting to me because I hadn't seen it, but I had to check out this video once I read this. State Senator Tiara Mack, you guys, she's reacting to the backlash over her twerking video. The Rhode Island State Senator Tiara Mack made national news this week. She celebrated the July 4th holiday, of course, on the beach, like most of us did. And she on that jump twerking in a handstand. First of all, she twerking on her head. Matter of fact, okay, ass look thicker than a Snicker. Okay, what do you all think about Ivy League state senators twerking head first on the beach? What do you think, Lucky?
Well, my opinion, you already know how I feel about the women and how we're supposed to take the lead in being more feminine and not more thoughtish behavior. I think that this is very thought-ish, and it actually sheds a bad light on the Nubian queen community. And I don't think that was even necessary, because what focal points are you saying? My body, my choice, I guess. But at the same time, that's not really the way to protest that kind of statement. She needs to do better. So I'm going to hold her to a higher record. I know that getting the bag, like we said, is a big thing with the community, and we're doing it at any means necessary at this point. We're sacrificing our morals and who we are, and for what? To be a part of a community, right? I'm not going to say what it is. Be a part of a community that doesn't even appreciate us anyway, that uses us as a front line to embarrass us. They use us against us. So no, I'm not with it. I thought it was very distasteful.
What do you think, KP? If this were your state senator twerking upside down,
I mean, how would you feel? It's a twofold thing. She just got caught. She ain't the first one to do no twerking. She just got caught. I mean, well, she just did it on her own. It's just for the public to see. It's embarrassing. I know she's embarrassed for herself. She got to try to rebound and try to put some light on it. But you know, we all humans, and I'm not gonna hold her career against that. She just needs to do better. The best way to make up for something bad is to do something good. So if she put a bunch of good over there, we can forget about that. She's not the first one. She's not going to be the last one to pop up rump shaker on camera.
No, that wasn't it. No, that's not. She did that as a promotional campaigning thing. At the end of the video, it said, "Vote for me for state senator." So this wasn't like, if you're having fun with your girls, I get that. I'm from the Caribbean community. Trust me, I love to dance and do all of those types of things. And people, of course, are going to record me. In a professional record, that's very unprofessional. So, but
I agree with you wholeheartedly from the standpoint that it's distasteful. But if she wins, then what do that say? So let's go back to the part where the DC mayor got caught smoking crack. That wasn't a good sign. And then they came back and put him back in office. So I'm not gonna hold her. I'm not gonna pour gasoline on her career and dismiss her just because she did that. She just need to do a better.
Do better. Yeah, exactly.
Just straighten it up.
That's a good point.
I would have to play devil's advocate for just a minute, only because I know that with certain positions, the assumption is, yes, you should act a certain way, but who sets the standard for acting a certain way? And I think that although what she did was risque, first off, her ass looks amazing. But although what she did was risque, I think that there have been so many other actions by state senators that are way more deplorable than any amount of twerking.
That's my point.
There's been so many things in politics that people let slide, that people let go, that people don't mind us being killed and things like that. And I'm like, is it as heavy as it is? Now, granted, I would have swung it like, oh, I didn't post it. I don't know who posted it. You know, I would have acted like somebody else posted it without my permission once people started talking shit. But would I still have done it? Probably. Probably. Look at these skills. Look at what I bring to Rhode Island.
Yeah, I'm gonna play devil advocate back, because that's the problem. We always comparing ourselves to other people and what they're doing. They're not us. We're technically gods, right? And we're supposed to hold our own standard to a whole higher accord. So yeah, I agree in the sense of you can have fun. There's no right or wrong way to act. I think you should be who you are, but there's also a time and place. And as women, that just shows where the country is now and where it once was, and how we used to hold ourselves to on a pedestal. Now we're on the floor. So literally on the floor on our head tops. So, you know,
but
that just shows where we are as a community.
This is not an era of praising your body. This is not an era of Amber Rose walking down the street naked. Lizzo,
this totally is the era of that.
Embracing that. So it's like, should I be slut shamed for every single action? Should I not be able to be in office or wear this suit or run this country or run this city? Should I not be able to do those things? And then when in my free time, when I want to have some fun, kick back, I might want to twerk on the beach when I want to have some fun and kick back. Like, I think
but that's what you want to do. Keep it at the beach, twerking on the beach. Don't make it a part of the politician, because you got little girls looking at you too. Like, to me, it's bigger than you just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, that we have a higher responsibility, period. So we need to stop comparing and contrasting to other people, because they're not us. I'm not trying to be funny, but technically we're supposed to be up here. And right now we're operating at a lower frequency level. We're not operating at a high vibrational level at all.
I want to continue with the thing of Devil Advocate. And I'm not saying this, we just talking. So I'm not advocating what she did. I'm not condoning it. But, we just got through mentioning two people that's billionaires that has been very risque with their careers. So how can we raise one up and down another one? So we understand that's not the best behavior. And no one displays best behavior 100% of the time.
No, we don't. Of course.
We learn a lesson and do better. So a lot of people try to down me because I'm a former drug kingpin. That shit was 25 years ago, and they still trying to hold my. But I won't let them.
Right.
And the reason and how I'm going to show them that what they talking about ain't nothing is to continue with my success. So I'm just telling her, hey, you did that. She can get past it. She know that's not her best behavior. She could try to justify, just like I knew when I was selling drugs, that wasn't my best behavior. So I hope that she get this message. Somebody pass it on to her. I'm not raining on your parade, but we know we can do better, and we expect better from you. We expect better from our leaders. That's all.
Exactly.
All righty, you guys. So moving right along, Macy Gray has been labeled transphobic after claiming surgery does not make you a woman. So Macy Gray began trending on the 4th to share her thoughts on trans women during an appearance on the Piers Morgan Uncensored. And she said, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry. She said, I know that for a fact. So when we get into conversations here, when it comes to trans and when it comes to things like this, what's fair, not fair. I'm going to go ahead and say that at the end of the day, my opinion on this doesn't matter, but this is what it is. I don't necessarily think that because you got changed that it makes you a woman wholeheartedly. But if that's what you identify with, that's what you want to be called, that's what you want to dress as, live as, do you. Do you. Because who am I to say what you can't be? Richard Dozell wanted to be black. She did that. Men want to be women, be a woman. Women want to be men, be a man. Be whoever it is that you want to be. Now, I feel like who we are internally, the way God made us when we're born internally, I think that's who you're going to be for the rest of your life internally. But whatever blessed doctor and blessed hands want to cut, snip, take away, put away, add, inject, whatever onto you to make you be whatever you're more comfortable with in your mind, be that. Be that. I always thought Macy Gray was a dude. Whole time she be that. I swear to God, I did for years, but be that. Like, I don't think that everybody who doesn't agree with it has to have a label. I don't think that if I agree with her that I should be called transphobic. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not scared of you. I don't have a phobia of anybody who's trans. I might not agree with the process, or I might not agree with your outlook on a process. We might totally view it two totally different ways, but I'm not afraid of you. And I think that so many people use this word phobia and don't really pay attention to the fact that it means fear. I'm not afraid of you. If you want to live like that, by all means, do your thing. By all means. So I don't necessarily agree with her being labeled as such for having this opinion. That's the part of this story that I feel like I would want to sit my opinion right there. I don't think that everybody who doesn't agree with it should be labeled with a negative connotation because we don't agree with something if we're not afraid of it. Now, if I'm scared of it, phobia my ass all the way, but I'm not afraid of it. So,
she also went on to say that she was talking about all women, that getting a boob job, you can still be a little girl and not be a woman. So I understand, where she was coming from. I just feel like we're so quick to always jump to a phobia when someone has a disagreement or you don't agree with them on something. So I don't really care about the story because you already know what my stance is. Scientifically, how you were born doesn't define your womanly nature, but your parts, by definition, well, the previous definition, I don't know what it is now, you know, a vagina and period and having a baby, or menstrual cycle and having a baby, is partially what makes you a woman. And also that having that instinct and that natural nature is what you're born with, and that's what is internal. So again, I agree partially with what you said too as well. But I also think that it's a far bigger issue when we start labeling people just off the rip because I don't agree with it. People can say that I have a phobia as well, if that was the case, because I don't agree with a lot of stuff that goes on within society. But I love humans. I love all people. And I genuinely will not treat anyone differently in my heart of hearts because of what they choose to be. Even if we can love and still love within the chaos and also love and disagree. So
yeah, most definitely. KP, what's your stance on this? What do you think about people being labeled by not agreeing with different communities? What do you think we deserve the label as having a phobia?
No, I disagree with the phobia thing. It's just that it's so many platforms out here to voice your opinion, and all you need is 2 or 3 people to rally around you, and then you can have a say so. I mean, a few hundred years ago, we was labeled 2/3 of a human being for being black. Does it make it right? So people believe what they want to believe. She's subject to change her opinion on that years down the line. A wise person changes their mind often once they get more information and more data and process,
more knowledge,
more experience. You know, so she have this opinion today. She might change it tomorrow. She might not. She's entitled to her opinion. I have a lot of opinions. I keep them to myself. Everything I think, I don't display it for somebody to critique. Because whether I think it or not doesn't make it true or not true. It's just what I think.
Exactly. It's just my opinion.
Exactly. And I just, a lot of my opinions to myself. But, anytime you say something about anything, please believe you could say the most perfect poem or the most perfect sentence, the most perfect statement. Somebody will find a way to poke a hole in it and hold you against what their belief system is.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. We had one more story, but I'm gonna tell you, I feel like it's so stupid. We can't even. we're not even gonna jump into it. We're not even gonna jump into it because it's dumb. Somebody said weed was being blamed for mass shootings, so we're not gonna talk negatively about no weed on this show today. Okay,
not ever in sight, because I need for people to know that it does not play on your psyche or your behavior. Weed does not make you angry. I was a club owner for a few years, right? We had plenty of fights at first, and the moment we allowed a little bit of tree, okay, a lot of things changed. We had no fight. Weed makes everyone get along. So what you know what I'm saying? I just
and go to sleep. I don't even have time to
shoot
nobody if I'm high. Who's loading the gun first? I
don't even have the strength to do that. I just rather just meditate, chill, and go to sleep. Eat and sleep.
The wherewithal. It's all right though. It's okay because it is time for our hot take. All righty, you guys, it is time for our hot take, and our guest is already in the building, Mr. Keith Presley. You got a lot of names. They call you the Black Scarface of Chicago. You KP, the Man 1000. How you doing?
Hey, I wear a lot of crowns, man, but I'm definitely the king.
Hey,
all right,
yes.
So with so much going on, you are also a new author. Tell us about your book.
Well, this book I have just written is one of my proudest moments, because a lot of times people want to do things, but they don't see it through. And I learned a long time ago that some of the best ideas in the world is in the graveyard because people don't see it through. So I saw this through, and I'm watching it grow. I'm watching people buy into the imagery that I'm selling them. I don't know if you know it or not, but I sell my book for $1,000, and it's the price point, it's the value point that I set for myself because I know the value that I bring on the subject matter that I'm talking about. So if you want to know something about the streets, you need to talk to me or learn from me. If you want to know something about basketball, you better go to LeBron, Michael Jordan, Shaq, or somebody that's an expert or expert in that field. So when it comes to that subject matter, I know that I have a very extensive educational background in it. I would maybe be considered a PhD in that field, because of the level that I reach. And I was able to, I have an ultra foxy mouth, so I was able to transfer that to my pen and put it in the book. And I've been getting a lot of positive reviews on it.
Yeah, you said you had the gift of gab, and that is a beautiful thing. I like to say I have that same gift and I'm not fumbling over my words.
You never muddle or stutter. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you are. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy.
A lot of people think or thought I was a pimp, but I ain't never been a pimp. But I have been a prostitute agent before. It's a little bit different. No, I'm just joking.
A PA. Hold on, wait now. Nah, you're not about to roll over that one.
Nah.
He said prostitute. I'm excited to actually, I would love to read the book right now. I know that, what I'm saying, I know that's your price point. That is what it is. And I appreciate you actually for setting a value and not negotiating that at all. One of the statements that you made was that being incarcerated was one of the best things that could have ever happened to you. What was that moment, those moments of those years of solace like? And did you write while you were incarcerated?
Yeah. So for me, it was one of the best things that happened to me because it allowed me to slow down. It allowed me to reassess my life. It allowed me to recalibrate my life. It allowed me to see who really was my true friend and who wasn't my true friends. And it actually saved my life because I did write the book while I was incarcerated. So those are some of the things that I say. For everybody, jail time is different. And I used the example that the guy was locked up with my bunkie. He did 10 years in jail and never got his GED. Me, on the other hand, I did 8 years and I was able to take several adult continuing educational classes. I also was taking college courses. I also was a GED teacher myself and things of that nature. So we're the same cell, but we have two totally different experiences from jail. He got up and he did 1,000 push-ups every morning. And I used to ask him, I said, what are you trying to be, the strongest dude that work at Wendy's or something? Like, you ain't trying to do nothing else. And with me, I was doing everything. I was using it constructively. I wasn't falling off into the folly. If you fall off into the folly, empty mind is a playground for the devil. So for me, it was one of the best things that happened to me. It allowed me to not have the responsibility of a lifestyle also. So jail actually saves a lot of people because, they give you everything. They give you food, they give you shelter, they give you the opportunity to expand your horizons. And a lot of people complain about jail ain't this and jail ain't that. But what I've noticed, and I'm talking from my own experience, that the guys in jail don't even take advantage of the stuff that they do offer. All they want to do is complain. Nigga, you ain't in no damn, this ain't no paid retreat. This is the penitentiary. This is you got to get you some act right and make a change in your life. So for me, it was a positive experience. It was not negative at all for me. Of course, negativity comes and goes with whether you're locked up or not locked up. I just turned a situation with lemons. I turned it into lemonade, and I can speak from that perspective. Now, somebody else might have did that same 8 years with me, and they might have had the worst time of their life. But that wasn't my experience.
Oh, it's perspective. It's perspective.
So let me ask you this, because people who are in the street, people who live that life of hustlers, I think most people, if they enter that game, they want to be the man on top. They want to eventually take over and grow to be a kingpin. At what point did you say, you know what, enough is enough?
Well, that was a choice that I didn't make for myself. That was a choice that was made by the federal government. They took that pedestal, and what I could tell guys that's aspiring to be on the top, to sit on that throne, they admiration is to sit on that throne, but that throne is really not a throne. It's really an electric chair. So when you get there, please believe you me, that you're gonna have a lot of eyes on you. You basically setting your own self before your own death. I mean, the dope game is fun. You're making plenty of money. You're having a lifestyle, but it's the total opposite of fun when them people kick your dough in, snatch your life, snatch all your belongings, snatch your manhood. Because most guys, this is most. I ain't other mother or stutter. When people grab them, they get to crying and telling. And singing. Then they want to be the police when you could have just went and filled the application out from the get-go. You could have been the police from the jump if you want to arrest people.
Right.
So during that transition of you writing your book and then also being able to finally get your freedom and to put your feet down on the ground, what was that transition like? And what was one of the first things that you said you wanted to accomplish when you came out, outside of getting your book published?
I mean, that's kind of a tricky question. When I wrote the book, my main thing was to really get this book pushed out there. And what I did was, I didn't just say I wrote a book and it's going to sell. No, I read a lot of books on how to market this book. I read a lot of books on how to write a book. I read a lot of books on how to get the right team and all that kind of stuff. So I came out prepared. A lot of people want to do a lot of things. Let's say somebody want to do a podcast. Oh, they just think they're going to get some mics and interview people. No, it's more than that. It's a business.
Exactly.
You know, you have to have relationships. So for me, I prepared myself to make this a success. And so far, I am reaping the benefits of my preparation. And I'm also a boxing promoter. So that they kind of go hand in hand because I'm able to showcase my book and tell people that I'm an author while I'm promoting fights. So that even helped elevate the success of the book.
So pretty much you made sure you had your plan. You had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your step plan and what you want to do. And that is how you prepared yourself. You stayed ready so you didn't have to get ready. I just want to make sure that people understand that.
Yeah, definitely. I prepared myself for the success of this. This just didn't happen by happenstance. And life happening. So I know you got to, the old saying, only place that success come before work is in the dictionary, because it starts with an S. You have to put the work in. I put the work in, and I'm grinding. I'm still grinding. And I get DMs from all over the world with people saying I'm inspiring them from my story, letting them know that there's a better way, and I'm not knocking nobody for choosing the way they choosing to go. I'm just letting them know, hey, some people got a penitentiary waiting for you. They definitely do, and it ain't gonna be the police that take you down. It's gonna be your friend or your girlfriend, neighbor, or your best friend or your homie. And then when you go to jail, you're gonna find out, man, ain't nobody gonna be cutting for you, man. That's what you're gonna find out. But that's what I found out the hard way, and I know I was a good guy.
Yeah, that's interesting. So tell us a little bit about the BTLE, you guys, the Bigger Than Life Entertainment. I know you touched on a little bit because you do the promotions, but how did that come about for you? And just tell us about what you love about boxing.
So my partner, Mr. EJ Matthews, he's the founder of Bigger Than Life Entertainment. He sought me out because he know I'm a boxing aficionado. I've been going to the major fights since 1986, 87, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, like that era. And he knew I understood the boxing, he knew I understand business, and he know I got an ultra foxy mouth. So, Don King about 99, so he about to sit it down, and it's time for somebody else to wear the crown. So I got the God gift of the gab, and I'm going to use it. And he sought me out and made me the face of the company. And I know how to articulate myself. I can talk to the guys on the block, or I can talk to people in the boardroom. So he liked to play the back and, connect dots, and I play the front and make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. And I feel good about it. You know, I had the opportunity. One of my friends actually called me while I was doing a fight on TV, because I fight on CBS Sports also. And he actually called me from jail, and I was actually able to wave at him and give him a shout out, man. And I know that meant that's gonna carry him along. That's gonna carry him his whole bit. And just people seeing me, knowing that I was in the same cell block with them and all that kind of stuff. That is, I mean, I get people calling me all the time, saying, "Man, you inspire me. I'm glad to see you doing good." I had a dude hit me today and said, "Man, I don't know if you remember me or not, but we used to talk about boxing all the time." He didn't even know I was a boxing promoter. I'm like, "Man, I'm a professional boxing promoter now, man." So it's opportunity. We throw fights all over the world. We had a fight in Ghana last September. We had a fight in Dubai last July. We got a slated for Cape Cod, Johannesburg, South Africa, in the first week of November. And so this allowed me to showcase my talent and my knowledge base, not just in the United States, but all over this globe. And it's going to, it's going to continue to grow with the grace of God, with the blessings from God. And these are things that people can look at me and say, "Wow, he made that transition." That gives them hope that they can make it, because most people think they're stuck in that world.
Yeah. Because
the way society is set up, in some states you can't even get your barber's license if you're a felon and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So I came in knowing that I didn't want to have to explain myself to somebody, the person in front of me, thinking they perfect and making me imperfect, like they better than me because I got caught and they didn't. So I just had a different plan, and not to say that other way is not a way for somebody else. It just wasn't the way for me. So God allowed me to not to have to go fill out no job applications. I was able to come out and I pre-sold like 50 books before I even printed the book up. So I was $50,000 ahead of the game before the book was even printed.
Wow.
The first fight that I threw was in Biloxi, Mississippi, and that was televised on CBS. So God has his hand and favor in my life, and it's for a purpose. So I know other people so perfect example. I know people are watching me, so I'm conscious of the things I say and do. So because I have an image to uphold, and I know people are holding me to a high accord. So a lot of times when I do interviews and stuff, I don't wear all the designer stuff and all the jewelry that I own, because I have to give an image to somebody else of hope. I can't, I have to show them that, hey, you can build up to these points. If I come out the door and I'm flashy and flamboyant and all that stuff, then I had a guy basically asked me to send him $600 to help my parents rent the other day. I didn't do it, but the point is, like, he's like, "Man, I have no hope. I have no help. You got everything." Well, I have everything, but I put a plan in motion, man. I don't excuse. My fraternity has a saying: "Excuses are tools of incompetence, built to use bridges that lead to nowhere. Those who use these tools of incompetence are masters of nothingness."
You're gonna have to slow that down, because I need to catch every word you just said.
No, I send it to you in the DM, man. Excuses. No, the excuse is only good for the person that's using it.
Yeah, and it's not even good for the person that's using it.
Excuses, and neither do I accept excuses. Because I know in life we do what we want to do, and what we don't want to do, we make excuses.
Exactly. One of our someone in our audience pretty asked what was the worst thing that you saw while you were incarcerated?
Of course, you seen dudes get stabbed. I ain't seen nobody get killed, but for me, I stayed in my own lane. In jail, if you know how to mind your own business, man, you ain't got to worry about all that folly and foolishness going on. My life, my jail bit was pleasant. You know what I'm saying? I went to commissary every week. I could use the phone when I wanted to use it. I got visits when I wanted to get visits. So it was different. When you don't have those things, then you fall off into other people's madness. So at jail, it's even in camp, niggas got knives. So that's what it is. Jail is not a paid retreat. It's jail. You got a lot of clowns in there. You got a lot of fools. You got a lot of people that don't have no educational background, no future, nothing. They stuck. I ain't one of them cats.
I know that's right. So you talked a lot about how people reach out to you because you're an inspiration. At this point in your life now, who inspires you?
Mm.
That's a good question. The people that inspire me have inspired me in my past, and they don't even know it. This is like I remember in high school, a teacher just told me, "Have you did your best?" That stuck with me. I don't even
Mhm.
remember the teacher name, but it stuck with it. It left an indelible impression on my memory brain. Uh, I had a friend told me a long time ago. He said, "If you're lucky enough to find a true friend, searching for life." You know what I'm saying? So that stuck with me because real friends and real people are hard to come by, especially in this
Mm.
age, man. Everybody's so fugazi. My friend had a friend named Tirsa out of New York. She said everybody out here floss flagging. You know, everybody flossing, everybody rich, everybody got it, everybody this, and women, all you women out there, please not, stop feel like you need look like all these women on the internet. You don't have to. A real man
Mm.
appreciate you for what you bring to the table. That's what it is. And I'm a real man, so I can speak for the real guys. I can't speak for the fake guys because I don't know how they mind work.
Yeah, y'all not on the same frequency. Y'all don't operate the same, so it's different.
Keep telling you, man, with your brains and my money, we can go places. You start.
That's a beautiful thing. So you saying that we could go places. Where do you see yourself going in the next 5 years? I know that you're doing some great things. So, and like T Gray says, she's looking for a biopic. But what do you see? What do you
So,
see for yourself in the future?
man, I live my days by the day, man. Five years from now, too far for me to think ahead. I try all my days start off good, and I try to make them evolve into great days. So every day is a day that I aspire to do something better, or do help somebody help themselves. Really, like just 5 years. That's too far down the line for me to think. I think by the end of the year, I'll be done sold 1,000 books, and I'll be a legitimate millionaire. So let's start with that. And
Ha!
so,
I love it.
yeah, I'm currently at 281 right now. So we're finna push the pedal to the metal, and I feel confident about that getting done. We have major fights coming up. I'm not allowed to talk about them right now because everybody is secret. But we have some big things happening with Bigger Than Life Entertainment. I have people on my DM all day, every day, calling me to want to do a movie on me or a TV series on me. That's inevitable. That's going to happen. But I deflect all of them because I told them my focus is on selling the books. I see myself being a motivational speaker to help people in many facets. I've been already invited to do schools. I've been on symposiums and things of that nature. I see myself being an example for many, all walks of life, white, black, young, old, American and non-Americans. I have high admirations and high goals for myself, and I can't be stopped because my life is in divine order.
Yes. And just notice that the number that you said that you sold is 821, which ends up equaling 11. So that also is the 11 is a very destined number as well. So you're definitely on the way to great things.
Well, I accept that in the same spirit in which it was sent. Uh, I mean,
I'm very hold on. I'm like a little genie in a bottle. You gotta excuse me. I manifest a lot, and I'm very much into numerology as well. So all of
I
those numbers mean
get it.
something because 281 is a very unique number.
Well, good. Well, it's going to rise. It's going to change, but I
Oh, it's
receive.
going to increase.
Yeah, I know my life is well. The proof is in the pudding because I don't know if you know it or not. I had 42 years in the penitentiary, and I was able to give that time back without being a stool pigeon, without cooperating with the federal government, without setting other people up, without all the other trickery that people do to give their time back. My case law is in the law books to show how I did it. So I know I'm blessed. I've been shot before. I'm still living. I had a colostomy bag. I no longer wear that. It's so many signs and symbols in my life that show that I am the
That's
chosen
different.
one for this.
Mhm.
My ministry is outside the walls of the church. I'm the message
Mm.
bring. So you can touch me, you can walk up to me, you can have a conversation with me. I won't be judging you. I just be the example. I'll be the message that I bring. So that's the energy that people get from me, and they peep my authenticity, they peep my pedigree, they peep my sincerity, and that's why people reach out to me. That's why I'm progressing in this life in a positive manner.
You're so
I know
poetic.
that's right. I know that's
Bars.
right.
I just want to drop the mic.
It's so many questions
Moment
popping up. I want to make sure that some
time, I-
people coming in don't get overlooked. Tycoon 0822 wants to know, are you doing a book tour?
So by me selling this book at such a high price point, I don't know if the tour is the right answer, but I definitely I'll be going to a city near you soon because I'm always doing something to platforms to get the message out about me, because a lot of people up until this year, a lot of people never knew who I was. And you know, my anonymity was part of my success. So that part of me is gone. So I don't need to be secretive. I need to let the world know who I am and how I'm standing, because I know I'm one in a million, and I know that I'm a unique individual, and I did something that people only dream about. I gave a substantial amount of time back with a lot of evidence against me, and that wasn't nothing but the grace of God. It wasn't. I wasn't so clever. And my lawyers wasn't so smart. That was a blessing to let God know He has favor on me.
Yes, definitely does. I
Indeed,
think that's a
indeed.
beautiful thing. I'm sorry, I actually got lost in the in what you were saying. That I actually totally forgot my question. So just give me
All right.
just give me a second to get it back, because it was something that you said that triggered something. Hold on, let me go back. Okay, hold on. Rewind.
I ain't mean for you to get lost in the sauce, but man, I'm a real.
Listen, you do that.
You do that, like you are so poetic. It's kind of
Everybody's
like
been
throwing
doing
me off because usually that's
For the
me.
matter, for the matter, I amuse some and I amaze others. So
Yeah, I'm
And
amazed.
we
I'm
we
not
amazed
even.
in
It's
here.
hard to make me not speak. Like I'm.
And we
I'm
supposed to
usually
be
not.
50 kids tomorrow. I don't even know if I can handle you
conversation,
and him back to back.
I know.
it sounds good, but it's really the truth, So God gave me a gift to be poetic with my delivery, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So I'm putting it on the flow, and I'm giving it to you slow, so I ain't got to give it to you no more.
Well, then I'm going to book a
Ooh,
poetry
and I want to give you
next
some go.
time.
Go
I'm gonna
ahead,
book a
baby.
poetry next time, bro.
I love it.
Okay, talk
Okay.
to me. Okay.
So I actually, when you said something about motivational speaking, it made me think of like a TED talk as well, and that just popped into my head as you were talking. I could definitely see that is your platform, as well, where you can touch a lot of people. And I'm happy just to have you on the show, to be honest, because I really am usually way more thorough.
Be on the show, like I was telling the producer, I spoke to him today, that I get 5 to 10 invitations to do podcasts all the time, and you guys were very persistent and professional, and I said, let's do it. I committed to it, and I'm doing it, and I'm happy. I had a very good conversation with him, so the energy is right. I move. You speak of numerology. I move from my spirit. My spirit has not misled me. I've misled my own self when I don't listen to my spirit. So it was be right.
And that's
right.
what I tell people. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're kindred spirits. That's what's
Cut
up.
from the same ilk. That's how the game go.
Yeah.
Seek out like your own kind.
Yeah.
You are what you attract.
There you go.
Definitely. So before we leave, I want you to make sure that you tell everybody where they can find you, where they can get your book, how they can stay up on everything that is going on with Mr. Presley.
So first of all, I want to see if I can switch. I want to turn this around, see if you can see my book. Get a good look at it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can
we can see it.
Yeah.
It's the Dirty Game, Memoirs of a Hustler.
Wow.
Right.
Is that how the book comes packaged?
That's how the book comes
First
packaged.
off, the book looks amazing. Not to mention that you have everybody that is of Black entertainment royalty promoting this book.
I got the gold gill, gold leaf right there. This is the Royal Family Edition. So I had to make sure the aesthetics match the content, because the content is heavy. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the game go. So you can catch me. You listen. If you want to purchase the book, go to kptheman.com and just click buy it now. And trust, believe you me, I'm gonna be right out there at Federal Express sending it to you with the quickness, man. Get in. Matter of fact, I spoke to the before I go that way. So you can order the book on that. Let me say it again. KPTHEMAN.com. KPTheman.com. Follow me on Instagram. That's KP the Man 1000, because I keep it 1,000, because 100 ain't good enough. 100 ain't but 50-50. I'm 10 times 100. So that's how I do that. And plus the book 1,000, and it's a whole lot of other signs and symbols for the conscious mind. So get into the book. You can catch me on Twitter. You can catch me on Twitter.
I can't. I'm about to get a headache. You making my turban about to come on.
Man, for real, man. Come on, rock with me. So also with that, and then what else? Facebook is KP the Man. And let me give you my phone number also, so you can reach out to my team.
Wait. If you're giving out your phone number for contact information to,
this is for my team. To reach out for my team.
For your team.
This is all marketing. So this is 844 SOUL REAL. 844 SOUL SOOREAL. That's 844 SOOREAL. 844 SOOREAL. That's SOUL REAL, and that translates to 844-766-75. No, I'm sorry, 844-766-7325. So, man, get at me. You to get me on your podcast, or reach out to try to let's help each other, man. I don't play the big guy little you game, and I'm all about spreading this positive message. I'm all about getting these books sold too. So, man, anything y'all could do to aid and assist me. Matter of fact, the producer spoke to me today, and he said he wanted to get the book, and he said you guys was gonna come together and
chip in. Look, he said
y'all could put y'all money together. But I said that was a great idea, because that's what it takes sometimes. The math. Let me give you the math on this. A lot of people say I can't afford $1,000 book. But for $2.74 a day for 365 days, that's $1,000.10. I take the G, you keep the change. So for less than a cup of Starbucks a day, you can get $1 million worth of game. And I'm talking about, Gary, listen, I'm too smart to put $1,000 price tag on something that's not worth $1,000. Do I look like a dummy to y'all?
Not at all.
Say amen then.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Don't forget your love offers for Pastor Press.
Yes, pass the plate.
Pass the
Just go.
We want that money that float, but don't sink the boat.
Because I was just about to say, look, me and T Gray, we're going to have to make this a team effort. You know what I'm saying? And now that Tony said, remember what you said. Okay. All right now.
Just like I gave you guys my word that I would be here, on point, on time, and I said I will deliver. I'm gonna show up and show out.
And you did.
Definitely.
And it has been fantastic.
Yeah, I do that.
Can't wait to see, what people are really walking away with once they read this book, and how it may change their lives. I'm super excited for you. Super excited because I didn't even know you were into boxing. I'm finding that out today. So excited to see that grow. That's a major thing happening. You guys to be having your fights on CBS Sports, and I love boxing too. So maybe one day I'll see you ringside.
I might be able to send a shout out for you guys and all that, man. You just got to catch me. It's just that's how the ball.
I'm gonna be in the inbox like, okay, so when's the fight? I see that there's a fight going on.
Yeah,
we flying out. All right.
I got you cuffed like a pair of bell-bottom Levi's. Just show on up. I got you.
Listen, you done said some bottom Levi's. I'm gonna take and hashtag the hell out of it.
I've been getting downloaded my whole life. This ain't nothing new.
I love it.
I love it.
I think you should definitely write a book of poetry as well, or lyrics, or you could be a ghostwriter for someone, because you have bars.
I hear it all the time, but that ain't my admiration. My admiration is what I'm doing, and that's what makes it so fun, man.
It's beautiful. You are such a lyricist.
I did that for a premium price to show that the hustle is transferable. That's the whole purpose of the book. I'm proving that
that's word right there
that I use to do destructive, I'm doing something positive I can't go to jail for this. I can't, and I'm succeeding. That's why I need you guys' help. That's why I need you to support the movement. Movement is called From Books of Cane to Books of Game. I'm selling game. And GAME is an acronym. Peep down. GAME is gross amount of money earned. GAME. Now, I don't want you to OD on GAME, so we might have to cut this one short, man, because I don't want no new case. This is uncut dope I'm putting on the floor.
Listen, I need all of it. Okay, go ahead and
I'm taking it all in.
Just go ahead and not that I know, but I'm just saying, tie my arm off, give it to me.
Okay.
Like I'm taking it all in.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you guys definitely been positive and beautiful, man. It's been a pleasant experience, man. It's really a treat, man, for you guys to give me this platform to showcase my talent and to really market myself and market the book and market the things that I'm doing outside of the book. Man, I thank you guys profusely, man. And honestly, man, I hope that your audience would entertain, and I hope that they will support this cause and this movement, man, because I know I'm a real dude. I'm not gonna let you down. I'm the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you so much for coming in. You guys, we will see you all next week. Before we get up out of here, Lucky, let them know where they can find you and follow you.
I am at Magical AF Podcast. Just released a couple of new episodes. Well, I just recorded a couple of new episodes. So my season 2 is definitely started. Well, season 7. I said 2. I've been doing this for 7 years. Let me stop playing with myself. Okay. My season 7 will be coming out soon. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And yeah, that's it. Magical AF Podcast. That's where I'm at.
All righty. And you guys, make sure you check me out at Sex Talk with T. Gray. Y'all saw me yesterday. Y'all gonna see me right there again next week. Mark Gregory is coming through. So for all you New York comedians, Mark Gregory is going to be in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys follow us if no place else at Illastr8_Radio on Instagram. Make sure that you hit that like button, you hit that subscribe. Stay tuned into us, you guys. And if you miss it here, hop on your Roku, download your 7 on Demand app. Catch us there every Wednesday at 8 so you don't miss a beat. We will see y'all next week. Stiletto will be in the building. We're gonna see y'all tomorrow.
Really quickly before
you guys tomorrow. If you're
I was about to say HHF.
Oh my God.
I was about to say, hold up, wait.
Pull up, you guys, to the Oyster Bar and Lounge. The Hip Hop Fraternity, the DC chapter, is having a major event. Pippin Ken and his whole team will be there to host the event from 5 to 9 at the Oyster Bar and Lounge tomorrow. So pull up, get some fun, get more game, because I'm trying to tell you, after listening to him today and talking to Pippin Ken tomorrow, by the end of the week, your girl should be straight. If I'm not a millionaire by Friday, the fuck?
I might be a PA too, but not in the prostitute sense, but more in the prosperity sense. You know what I'm saying? Prosperity agent after tomorrow. I think between y'all two,
that was just a joke. You know, that's just.
No, I know it's a joke, but I'm just saying. I'm just referring. We are prosperity agents over here. You know what I'm saying? That's what you are now.
I love it.
Fully converted. Well, thank you for coming on again too. It was a pleasure having you.
Yes, you guys, and make sure you.
I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow at Union Oyster Bar. Shout out to Mikey D. Make sure y'all listen to his music, because the Crown of DC, it's a versus situation. Let's see who runs off with it. Shout out to HHF.
To be in the building. DJ Stiletto is going to be the DJ there. Like I said, Pippin is hosting. So we will see y'all next week. Pull up on us tomorrow. All right.
Right.
Bye.
I was born by the river, I was shaking that ass, bending over, popping pussy, I was making that cat. Bring that ass here, boy. Fuck you, man.